puts it on a line so the free safety can't come over and make that play.
First down run by Johnson. Tackled on the play by Avery Williamson. Boy, Cleveland was looking for a shot in the arm offensively, and Kessler has delivered. There are 2 injured Browns players, and boy, this is Joe Thomas here, the Iron Man of Iron Men. Athletic trainers quickly onto the field, and obvious concern for the Browns. No big news here in Cleveland as Joe Thomas, their future Hall of Fame left tackle who has never missed a snap in his career, is off the field here. He is in the medical tent as they look at his left arm. There were chants of Joe here during the stoppage.
Mariota completes that pass, and out of bounds goes Andre Johnson. Lippett on the coverage.
You know, how about Andre Johnson? He signed here. You think he's kind of an afterthought. He's been in the league 14 years. He's got all these huge numbers. You think, well, there's a guy that's just going to help out once in a while. But week by week, he's got more and more and more snaps, starting with that game winner in Detroit that we saw. And now he's proving once again why quarterbacks trust him. He's in the right spot all the time.
Explosive plays, 31st in the league. Been an Achilles heel. Romo, little pump and go. Firing! Touchdown! Terrence Williams. Romo comes in and Romo scores.
That was a nice little play. They showed the little smoke route behind the line of scrimmage. Romo pumps, then he turns it up the field. That was beautiful. Look at Terrence Williams. Act like he's going to come behind the line of scrimmage, put the old okey-doke on him. Romo delivers a strike.
Maybe the best part, John, is that now the national headline writers can write there's a quarterback controversy. It's got to feel good for Tony, though. Boy, he's been through a lot. With all these injuries the last couple of years. Been such a tremendous player. I'm sure it's been hard for him to watch. But he gets out, he delivers a touchdown. The Cowboys take the lead on Philadelphia. Tony Romo, Dak Prescott. They've got a couple quarterbacks that can play. Cowboys in the lead. Jerry Jones liking it.
Theo Riddick in there. Usually a dead giveaway. And they will throw underneath Calvin Johnson. First down Lions to the 44, and that should just about do it. His 10th catch of the day might be the sealer.
With just one-on-one coverage outside, Calvin Johnson's going to run what's called an under route. He's going to push up and leave Tracy Porter in the dust for the conversion and the first down, and that's your ball game.
And if this is Calvin Johnson's final game in a Lions uniform, which only makes a small amount of sense, if that were to be the case, but what a way it was to finish. 10 catches, 137.
And look at his production versus the Chicago Bears going back the past 4 games. It's been outstanding, so I'm sure there'd be no one happier than the Bears organization or fans if he wasn't a Detroit Lion next season.
Fantastic, this offensive line. On second down. Arian Foster out of the backfield. Stiff ball out of bounds at the 40. Blanton in on the tackle. He'll be 6 yards shy of a first down.
The long setback. Jones-Jordan takes a hit. Second effort gets him to about the 2. Tackled by Joe Mays.
Looked like 55 Ford came knifing in initially. And Jones Drew was able to maintain his balance.
Find something here offensively with Kessler. Play fake. Kessler. That's Jamal Charles, and he's ripped down by Cunningham. Zach Cunningham in his second year at Vanderbilt continues to impress.
Staley, the big left tackle, said keep it going. That's what Matt Ryan would like to do. Handoff is to Turner. We listened to Michael Strahan at the break on the Visa halftime talk about how the Falcons now, after what transpired last week, one last chance for Ryan. It's one last catch to Tony Gonzalez. His 4th catch of the day at the 31.
You know one thing, he wasn't going to drop it. He never does.
5 seconds, John. I don't know what kind of play you have here, but it's...
There are not many options. You can't throw it that far to get it down there. You got to try the old hook and lateral. Just keep pitching it and try to make something happen.
They all go to the right side. Watch Jacob Tannen. This is the time for him. Move the chain down. Ryan on the move. And lets it go. Complete for Roddy White, out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Making the 22. Stops the clock, moves the chains. Again, throwing to his right. He's most comfortable throwing to his right, and that's where he likes to get out of. And then eyes downfield. Well done by Roddy White. Another first down.
Kaepernick. Open man, and it's Moss. Right between Ed Reed and Bernard Pollard. Well, you know when you know a good thrower, when he can fire down the field like this, they make it look just like there's no effort. Bernard Pollard has the outside of the receiver that time. He didn't follow him down the field, and Ed Reed is furious because Bernard Pollard is...
Russell Wilson has a first down.
2-point conversion coming up. They're trying from a couple out from the gun. Hits the pass to Fowler to make it 24-10.
Fowler, same thing we just saw to the outside where they got the holding pin. Little stutter go to the inside. Offense, I think they'll have a hard time stopping it.
Gore. Chugging along. Taking a pile with him. Including Ray Lewis. Picks up 7.
Tannehill. Over the middle. Tipped in the air, picked off. And Reed. There's a penalty marker flying as Reed is down at about the 26-yard line.
You know, if a ball gets tipped and floats in the air like a magnet, it's going to go to Ed Reed.
Career 54.
The ball just a little too far out front.
After the interception.
He's 20 yards deep as Flacco throws, and it's caught by Daniels, and Daniels converts on a 3rd and 13 into the Pittsburgh bench.
3rd down and 5. Saints must get to the 48 for a first down as Bridgewater will be down at the 44. Julius Peppers the tackle. And the Saints will punt it away. Oh, here's Julius.
Chris Johnson, just no running game at all for this Arizona team, whether it's offensive line injury or the fact that David Johnson went out week 1.
And I think they're not even...
2nd down and 10. Pressure, Cousins in trouble, down he goes! He got dropped by the ageless one, Dwight Freeney.
The only question I have, did he do it with a spin move or not? Let's find out. No spin, just beats TJ Clemmings to his upfield shoulder and gets...
3rd and 8 for Tennessee. Mariota, here comes the rush. Steps up, avoids it. Mariota, look out! Brought down at the 1 by Ware. Mariota got out of the end zone, but Tennessee now 4th down.
He was thinking about throwing it away, but remember, he's in the pocket, and last time he tried to throw one away from the pocket.
They will need him next week. They're playing next week no matter what, whether they win the division today or not. On 2nd down, Coming near side and beginning to wear the Raiders out. That'll be enough for a first down, I believe. We'll see where they mark it.
Little zone. Little zone.
Well, Vic remains in a game. And looking to the corner for Martavis Bryant into double coverage. Fourth down. Let's take a look at the run by Vic a moment ago. Right at the end of that play, you see his feet get tangled up and he hobbled back. As we pointed out, there was, timeout, I think, was called by Tomlin just to try to buy himself a little bit more time. Here's what.
True Pittsburgh!
Second to one give to Stacy, and Zach out of Vanderbilt will have the first down.
Drops back, goes to the end zone. And how fitting. It's Gates. If this is his last game, he could very well be going out with his last catch. It's a touchdown.
I think that would only be fitting, and make it a corner route.
Yeah.
Just make it run a corner route because he's done it 1,000 times, and then throw it high and soft and let him
do what he did. Back to his college hoops days. Box out, get the position,
catch it. Let's make sure he's in so we don't give him every superlative and it doesn't count. I think it works.
Confirmed.
It's confirmed. He's a legend. We're going to give it to him.
That can be confirmed. You have to go upstairs.
End of the year, including the game against Denver. He was in on that last punt coverage and was down the field for a while. Richardson's in the game for the Colts, who connect for the first time today with Reggie Wayne. And this crowd shows its appreciation for the 14-year veteran who's been battling a groin injury.
Well, the crowd knew right away that it was Reggie Wayne on the catch. They played press coverage. Here it is. Denard lets him get inside. And a good throw by Andrew Luck.
Big third down conversion. And Reggie Wayne, so much of that quick rebuild here for
That's
Chuck
right.
Pagano.
Chuck Pagano, first thing he did, called Reggie Wayne. Tried to keep him here, Jim. You're right. Because he was a free agent.
Running around to just about everyone with a Falcons uniform on. And it has been impressive against one of the best defenses in the league. Hester going to take it out from the seats, trying to make something happen. He's got a lot of room. Devin Hester gets through. Devin Hester down to the 30. He's playing today.
Kevin, you saw me throw my arms up like, what is he doing? Well, he knew what he was doing. He's Devin Hester. He's been doing it a long time. Speed. That's what speed does. There's some more speed. Robert Alford going and catching Devin Hester. That's a big play as well.
Problem is now you get a 3-score game and it's 3:20.
The top tackler in the regular season. Brady and company, 2:27 to go in the quarter, starting at the 12. And Jackson stacked up after maybe 2.
Well, they're showing great respect.
We're down at 20. Prescott steps up, throws. Down at the 45-yard line is Witten. And now a timeout is taken by the Eagles.
Marvin started the play in the backfield. Wilson's trying to find somewhere to go. And he's got completion for a first down to Doug Baldwin. A conversion on third down yet again. And a completion for 6 to Baldwin.
Here's Russell Wilson and just, being able to buy some time and keeping the play alive, and then Doug Baldwin working across the field. And I thought it was interesting in practice the other day, Joe, watching Doug Baldwin on Thursday. He was all over the place. And
like that. This is one of the best defenses in the National Football League.
They speed him on second down. Wes Welker up to the 23-yard line. Yeah, it's surprising.
doing the same here. From the 11 green, complete.
Post into the end zone for a touchdown.
Drew Brees stuck C.J. Spiller in motion, and the Lions went with Spiller. No one covered Colston. And just like that, New Orleans has come storming back. Watch Spiller go in motion to his left. You see Whitehead vacate his linebacker position, and New Orleans has the perfect play called. And there's that guy, Marcus Colston, 72 touchdowns.
Well, what they wish for starting the year to at least get a playoff game at home, win their division. They've done those two.
Second and goal, and Flacco, who's had a rough day. Many of you just joining us. Flacco's thrown for 109 back. They give it to C.J. Anderson, and he's tackled short of the first. As Jared Allen, one Bay Area guy tackles another. Allen plays down in Morgan Hill in the Los Gatos area, tackling Vallejo's C.J. Anderson. Here comes fourth down, and the offense is still out there.
Jared Allen beat his man to the outside, made the tackle. And you look at this situation here, I like Gary Kubiak being aggressive. If you don't make
discussing at the half whether or not they were going to let him on the team plane for the flight home.
He's earning his way back. There's his second catch in as many plays. Cheap defense there to stop him. The initial contact made by number 71, Edgar Jones. And we talked about the roster cuts a couple moments ago. Trent, you and I talked about it. We talked about it with General Manager Scott Pioli. And I said that you weren't worried about it. But there was a point of your career, early to mid-90s, where that maybe some sleepless nights approaching that first cut.
Quite a few.
We're off to a bad start. We're a good team.
Looking good tonight. McNabb throws, and Donovan very accurate tonight. Berrien makes the catch. McNabb in the game has thrown only 5 incompletions, and 3 of those have been drops.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation. There's no question about it, because if you've watched any of the Minnesota games at all.
Bills. We get stories of that AFC South. We'll check out the Titans in person 1 week from now. It's no huddle, pedal to the metal here. Andre Ellington, 1 shot of the first down. See if we can squeeze in another.
It's a running play for Forte, and he's getting tackled after a gain of 1. Coming up, State Farm postgame show. JB, Phil, Nate, Boomer, Coach.
3rd and 4, Bengals show pressure up the middle. Here they come. Quick slant, Cole Smith, first down inside the 20-yard line. After the holding, it was 1st and 20, but they convert. Let's check in again with JB and Boomer.
Brady.
Tennessee in dire need of 6 and not 3. Mariota to the line of scrimmage, maybe across the line. It deflects back to him for a touchdown for the moment. But was he across the line of scrimmage?
I believe that's a touchdown, and one you won't see for a long time.
Andy Reid interested to see the replay.
Revis bats the ball right back to Mariota. It's a live ball. It's a
Quarterback
touchdown.
is behind the line, and he was in shotgun, so therefore he is an eligible receiver. It is a touchdown.
Very close.